What's up, boys? Happy weekend. It's Flash, back with some more charts in another video. It's Saturday, about 11:30 a.m., June 1st. How about it? Shout out to summer, fast approaching, quickly approaching. Today, I got I think an interesting ratio that I want to explore and kind of get your feedback here. I got a couple different ratios. One of them is Apple versus CCJ. The other one is Nvidia versus CCJ. And so let's start with Nvidia versus CCJ. This is on the monthly time frame, and let me know what you guys think about this dome. I mean, there are some connection spots here if we zoom in a little bit. It's also in here we can actually brighten these up for the boys. It's also in kind of a rising or I don't know, a broadening wedge formation, which I think that actually can be bearish. And I'm obviously rooting for CCJ here, so I'm kind of, this is biased to CCJ, absolutely. Just because I think Nvidia, it's had its run. Personally, I think it's going to be hard for Nvidia to keep doubling, or I guess doubling. Rather, CCJ, I think, could be, a relatively easier double because it has more room to run, I think. And so Nvidia versus CCJ, it's unique. It catches my attention if we've inverted. So it's CCJ versus Nvidia. This looks like it could be a classic bull bottoming formation. Also, what I'm seeing again is, we looked at the Wyckoff accumulation yesterday. Am I seeing something like that here? Like a bottoming formation. If we look at URA.UN, do I see that here? Maybe I'm just reading way too deep into it, but I think this is interesting. Keep our eye on it. I'll keep my eye on it for you guys. But the other one that I really wanted to focus on was Apple measured in CCJ, and here's why I think it's interesting. So back in 2001, 2002, 4, 5, 6, 7. CCJ was outperforming Apple here, and then it would kind of turn the ship, right? And then here's where it broke out. Apple breaks out versus CCJ in July of 07. I'm going to add CCJ to this chart in a new price scale and put it on the log. Here's why I think this ratio is extremely interesting and could potentially tell us when uranium bull market is topping or when it's over. It's when Apple breaks out versus CCJ. Coincides pretty much, maybe if we go into the weekly, it pretty much marks the top in CCJ, right? And so when we look at today, man, this is like chart porn. But it looks like we're kind of over here. CCJ is still vastly outperforming Apple. Looks like we're nowhere near CCJ's top. When we look at this ratio, maybe we can put this on the line chart, might help see it better. But man, this gives me confidence that, hey, we're going to know relatively when we should probably be exiting CCJ, be exiting our uranium stocks. We could also let's add Paladin here. I was just doing this before the video. We'll put that in the log too. Yeah, so look at Paladin. Look how similar the charts are, Paladin and CCJ. So I'll keep an eye on this as well for the boys. I think we'll have a relatively good topping indicator, with the other weight of evidence that we can look at. But I just thought this was super interesting. I wanted to get it out to you guys so that you were aware. And then, Nvidia versus CCJ, this could be the bottom, or the bottom for CCJ versus Nvidia, obviously when we flip it like that. So I'll keep an eye on it for you guys. Thought this was interesting. Just, enjoying the weekend here, looking at uranium charts. Can't make this up, but hope you guys found this helpful. Drop me a like, drop me a comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.